Well, lots of football to look forward to this weekend, and to chat more about this, we have Simon Burke from our sports desk. Simon, thank you so much for the time. A lot of football. Let's kick things off locally. Get into those PSL fixtures. It's the final weekend before the end of the year.
Absolutely, and a very important fixture tonight that could have ramifications, well, will have ramifications on the top of the table, and could see Bidvest Wits putting some daylight between themselves and Orlando Pirates. Level on points at the top, but tonight, the clever boys, will they be so clever against the chilly boys? But yeah, they could put 3 points against the side from the Eastern Cape and go top and stay top for Christmas and New Year's. And that's a very clear warning to the rest of the league should that happen. However, the Chile boys, Chipper United, they're 14th on the log. Okay, so it looks like
a bit of a struggle for them thus far.
But this is the kind of match that those teams rise to, you know, when they know that they could be the people to spoil everything. And definitely playing here in Johannesburg as well. So keep an eye on that fixture. Other fixtures tomorrow, we got the KwaZulu-Natal derby. AmaZulu versus Arrows. Nombete, his last game of so that's going to be a huge one. Cape Town City versus Bloem Celtic, City of Roses.
Tough time
versus
for
the
Cape Town City as well. Then,
yeah, they've got to learn now that you know they've had a fairy tale beginning to their life as a professional football club, but now they find themselves in mid-table and 9th on the log, playing Bloemfontein Celtic, two teams similar fortunes, and these are the times that count, and they've got a good support base though, so playing at home, it's hard not to see them getting a result there.
Perhaps they'll plough through that one on that front.
Absolutely.
Let's take things a little bit internationally now. It's been the story of the week. It certainly will dominate headlines probably right through until May next year. Manchester United needing to find a manager, one of the people who's said to be the front runner, writing himself out of contention.
Well, was he writing himself out, or was it the Spurs media man?
Perhaps, right? So,
Maurizio Pochettino just sat there quietly
for a good 3-4 minutes.
This exchange happened between a journalist and the media man, and neither was backing down, and rightly so, because the journalists, okay, fine, Spurs had played a match against Arsenal, but the journalists want to know, the biggest story at the moment is who's going to assume the mantle at Old Trafford, and Pochettino's right up there, and for them not to have fielded any questions to that effect and asked this guy where's his future, and it would have been absurd for the journalists just to accept the state of play and continue on with the Carabao Cup quarter-final result that Spurs got. So yeah, expect a lot of pressing by journalists in the coming months, but Pochettino, he was just sitting there quietly.
Is that a telling sign? Because, I mean, there were fears that he had gone to Real Madrid, or he would go to Real Madrid. That's Pochettino. Now, linked to Manchester United, it would keep him in England. It would keep him in an environment he's perhaps slightly more familiar with.
You've got to figure out now, where is Manchester United going? Because their succession plan, let's say, has failed spectacularly. They went for Moyes. That was handpicked by Alex Ferguson, and that didn't work at all. Then they started taking the big prima donna managers, and Van Gaal might have worked, but he was never given a chance really. And then Mourinho, and this one's just exploded spectacularly. So where is Manchester United going? Do they need a Pochettino, or do they need a Zidane? Pochettino, great with a small club like, I'm going to say a medium-sized club like Tottenham
rather
Hotspur.
a medium-sized club. Look, they've fired hot and cold. My big worry about Tottenham is that they've been mooted as probably the really great club in England, but they haven't won anything.
No, they haven't won anything. They're definitely a form team, and Pochettino can say that he contributed to that and steered them there. But can he take the reins at a massive club like Manchester United with their galaxy of stars?
This
remains to be seen.
A big game, I suppose, in the context of things for Manchester United in facing Cardiff away from home.
Yeah, and with the babyface assassin Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the helm, and Solskjaer's had some experience in England, and it was with Cardiff. So now he goes back.
Now he goes to the other side.
It turns full circle all the time in football. Solskjaer, he looks extremely thrilled to be in the hot seat.
I hope it doesn't overwhelm him. We'll see how it goes.
I don't think it would. I mean, I just think he's happy to be back in familiar surroundings. But and I definitely think he's hinting big time that he wants the job permanently.
He has a 6-month trial, right?
Would that be a possibility? Let's see.
I don't see why not. I think it is a very distinct possibility. He may, shape up
It's going to play out for a long time to come. 6 months down the road.
Simon Burke, appreciate your time, but all that sports still set to come this weekend. We may be closing out the year, but clearly the sporting looks have not closed themselves out.